Picture this. You walk outside on a Sunday morning with a cup of orange powder and a garden sprayer. You spray your entire yard in about 15 minutes. 2 days later, every dandelion, every clover patch, every weed with a wide, flat leaf is black and shriveled. Your grass is not touched. It is not just fine, it is greener than it was before you started. That is not a gimmick. That is basic plant chemistry. And once you see how it works, you will never look at a bottle of weed killer the same way again. Here is the part that gets people. The stuff that does this costs about $4 a bag. And most people have walked right past it in the garden aisle 100 times without knowing what it does. I am going to name it in a minute. But first, you need 3 minutes of context. Because if you go buy it and start spraying without understanding the ratios, you can actually hurt your lawn. So stick with me. Let us start with the real question nobody asks. Killing a weed is easy. Pour boiling water on a dandelion, and it is dead tomorrow. Salt works. Vinegar works. The actual problem homeowners face is killing the weed without torching the grass 3 inches away from it. That is the entire multi-billion-dollar lawn care industry in one sentence. Selective killing, not killing in general. Most products solve this one of 2 ways. Spot treatment, where you dab individual weeds with a brush or a tiny sprayer for 2 hours on a Saturday. Or synthetic broadleaf chemicals like the classic 2.4D sprays that run you $30 or $40 a bottle and come loaded with compounds. A lot of people would rather keep off their kids' play area. There is a third path, and golf course groundskeepers have quietly used it for something like 100 years. It is a mineral, not a chemical. It is dirt cheap, and your lawn actually wants it. It is called iron sulfate. Garden centers sometimes shelve it as moss killer or lawn iron, same compound, different label. Here is the biology, and this is genuinely the coolest part. When you dissolve iron sulfate and spray it across your yard, 2 completely different things happen at the same time, depending on what kind of plant absorbs it. Weeds like dandelion, clover, plantain, and creeping Charlie are broadleaf plants. Their leaves are wide and flat, so they act like a sponge and pull in a huge dose of iron all at once. That concentration is toxic to them. It wrecks their cell structure, and within a day or 2 the leaves go black and die. Grass is a completely different category of plant, a monocot, with narrow, upright blades and way less surface area to absorb anything. It takes in a small amount of iron, and instead of that iron hurting it, the grass uses it as food, because iron is a key building block for chlorophyll. So the weed is being poisoned while the grass next to it is being fed the exact same solution. That is not a trick. That is just how these 2 plant families are built. Now you might wonder why this is not the industry standard if it is this cheap and this effective. Follow the money. Nobody builds a subscription lawn care empire around a $5 bag of mineral powder you only buy twice a year. The real profit sits in the branded sprays, the seasonal treatment plans, the stuff designed to get you reordering every spring. Iron sulfate does not need a sales funnel. It just does the job. If you have been dropping $30, $40, $50 a year on weed spray, and you are still staring at dandelions every April, that is the reason why. If this is useful, subscribe, because this channel exists to show you what actually works on a lawn, instead of what is easiest to sell you. No sponsors involved. Drop a comment and tell me which weed is currently winning the war in your yard. Okay, application. And the ratio actually matters here, so pay attention. 1 cup of iron sulfate powder dissolved into 1 gallon of water. Stir until it turns a deep amber color with nothing settled at the bottom. 1 gallon of that mix covers somewhere around 200 to 300 square feet. A standard front yard usually needs 3 to 4 gallons total. Use a pump sprayer, not a hose attachment, because a hose sprayer will not let you control the concentration properly. And a pump sprayer runs about $15 anyway. Set it to a fine mist, not a jet stream. You want an even coating on the leaves, not puddles running off onto the soil. Walk the whole lawn in slow, even passes. You are not hunting individual weeds. That is the whole point of this method. You cover everything and let the biology sort itself out. Timing matters a lot here. Spray in early morning or late evening, never during peak sun. Morning dew actually helps the solution cling to the leaf surface longer. Do not water the lawn, run sprinklers, or let it rain on the treated area for at least 24 hours, because if the solution washes off too early, the weeds simply survive. Within a day you will see dandelion leaves curling and darkening at the edges, clover getting blotchy and wilting. By 2 days, most broadleaf weeds are clearly dead, and your grass will look visibly darker green, not overnight miracle green, just noticeably deeper, because the chlorophyll boost is real and it is working while the weeds are dying. One pass usually handles most of an active weed problem. For a bad infestation, you can repeat once after 2 weeks, but cap it at 3 applications per season, because too much iron over time will drop your soil pH and create a whole new headache. Let me be straight with you about what this does not do, because I would rather you know now than be annoyed later. Iron sulfate crushes broadleaf weeds, dandelion, clover, plantain, chickweed, henbit, creeping Charlie, ground ivy, daisy, all of it. It does basically nothing reliable against grassy weeds like crabgrass, quackgrass, or annual bluegrass, because those plants are biologically too close to your actual lawn grass for the iron to tell them apart. If crabgrass is your main enemy, this is not your fix. You need a pre-emergent approach, which is a topic for another video. One bonus most people miss: moss hates iron even more than weeds do. So if you have a shady patch that turns to moss every year, this same spray handles that too, often within hours. A few warnings before you try this. Iron sulfate will stain concrete, pavers, siding, clothing, and skin on contact. The iron oxidizes and leaves a rust-colored mark that is brutal to remove once it sets. Keep your spray tight to the grass line, and if any drifts onto a hard surface, rinse it immediately. Not in 5 minutes. Immediately. Wear old clothes and gloves. Your hands will turn orange otherwise. It does fade eventually, but it takes a couple days. Keep pets and kids off the lawn until it dries, usually 2 to 3 hours. After that, it is safe. It is not toxic at these concentrations, but wet solution can mildly irritate skin or paws. Do not use this if your soil pH is already under 6. Iron slightly acidifies soil with repeated use, and if you are already low, this pushes you into territory where grass struggles. A cheap pH test kit is 5 minutes and worth it before you start. Above 6, you are clear to use it up to 3 times a season. Let me tell you what happened on my own lawn, because this is not theory to me. My front yard was close to half-white clover, thick mats of it choking out the grass, and I had been hand-pulling it for 2 summers straight, with 0 real progress. Vinegar killed the clover, and also burned brown patches into the grass around it, so that was a wash. Then I tried the iron sulfate root, mixed 1 cup per gallon, sprayed the whole front yard on a Saturday morning in about 15 minutes. Sunday, the clover already looked off. By Monday, it was black and crispy across the entire yard, and the grass in between the dead patches was noticeably greener than it had been in years, greener than fertilizer had ever gotten it. Within 2 weeks, the dead clover had broken down, and the grass had simply spread into the empty space on its own. No reseeding, no patchwork, it just filled in. Total cost, to fix a 2-year problem, about $2 worth of powder from a $5 bag. I had already burned close to $100 on vinegar sprays, a branded Selective herbicide, and a hand-weeding tool with knee pads before I found this, and none of that came close. One more honest note before you go. Iron sulfate kills what is already growing. It does not stop new seeds blowing in from a neighbor's yard or lying dormant in your soil. To actually stop the cycle, you need a thick, dense lawn that does not leave bare gaps for new weed seeds to land in. And that is a mowing and feeding strategy, not a spray. And that is exactly what the next video in this series covers. If you are not subscribed yet, you are missing the earlier pieces of this system, the soil pH fix, this weed kill method, and next week, the mowing habit that chokes out new weeds before they even sprout. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and tell me in the comments what your worst weed is right now. I read every comment, and I will tell you straight up whether iron sulfate will handle it or whether you need something else. See you in the next one.